Hey guys, this is Jeremy here talking to you about Battlefront. So, there's been a lot of different things going on about what people have said about how the simplicity of the game, and in my opinion, it's actually one thing I like about it. Like, for instance, one thing that's been pointed out is that your accuracy is just as good as when you're moving, strafing, as it is when you're standing still. If any of you are whining about that, then, well, you're getting exactly what you wanted, which was the original game. The original game had that very simplistic sort of aiming style, and what's even more interesting is that if you actually go back and play Battlefront 1 and 2, those games were incredibly broken. So far, the only thing that's been overpowered so far with this beta is the pistol. The pistol is mad overpowered. And then for like this right here, I actually saw, this is the only Battlefield moment I've seen, and I know it's pretty funny how they got up there, but look, I took care of these guys super easy, and it's like, it's not a big of an issue. So that's the only time I've ever seen sort of like a Battlefield moment. But other than that, I say that the game is actually quite, like, it's just as fun to play in third, see right here, as it is to play in first, which is something I was very worried about. Now, there are some moments where first is better than third, mainly like when you're going down corridors, or if you're using the heavy blaster rifle. But other than that, I actually say that using third is great because you got that perspective. Now, the thing I was really, I thought I was having at first was lag issues, which I thought there was this, like, the whole beta was crashing. As you can see here, it's just going cold turkey here. But I actually found out that it has nothing to do with that. It's just my Xbox One's wireless is awful. So once I hooked it in, it was fine. But other than that, I have to say that just for the limited amount of gameplay we've had, I can see that the game is balanced other than the gun and then the pistol gun. And the heroes, like, see, here again is my awful online, but the heroes, I find I like that they're not very overpowered. The only time they're overpowered is indoors, which you will see next. Out on the range, they're totally fine. If you use them well, if you use them properly, then they're actually are a threat, but they also can be taken down just by mere soldier means, like as I do right here. But if they're inside, you absolutely destroy. And I've also had glitches too. This is the other glitch I've had. This is when I finished a rank and it just kept going. Other than that, though, the game has moved very solidly. It's been very fluid. Like, it's simplistic. It's very, very simplistic, which may throw off some people from Battlefield or Call of Duty, which, you know what, I don't really care. I'm getting the exact game I wanted. I love that it's got split screen. I love that it's going to have a lot more of the single player aspect. But as I was saying here, inside, Vader is an absolute beast, and something I've noticed is if you want to kind of exploit his powers, use the force choke, hold the guy there, and go up and slash him. I did this at least 3 times in this, or at least 2 or 3 times in this run here. I got 12 kills. I started it late, but this was intense. I was basically like exploding all over the floor. But at least to say, I really am impressed with what DICE has done with this. Like, sure, it's very simplistic. Sure, it's not as in-depth as some people would like. I don't have any footage of the flying here, but actually the flying is a lot more simplistic than I thought it would be. And it's actually fun to use. And something that's actually interesting about it is they got the flying right as opposed from Battlefront 1. Battlefront 1, the flying was retarded because you could go so slow, but you also could just tear shit up. For instance, if you ever played on Naboo, the fields, if you got in the X-Wing, you could take out an AT-ST in a single straight. That was ridiculous. And I like that the AT-ATs are on a single path. I think that's fine because, again, the original game, they were so overpowered. And now, something that's actually kind of made me a little bit reminiscent of Battlefield Bad Company is when the shields get taken down, everyone starts shooting at the AT-ATs if you're working well. And sometimes people will probably kind of, completely relegate any sort of threat around them. They'll just die over and over again just as long as they take out that AT-AT. That's fine. That's playing the objective. Whereas in Drop Zone, I've played a lot of games where people would just stand there like idiots and go all around the drop pod, but they won't actually activate it, which is ridiculous because they're worried about not getting kills, which is stupid because I get more kills playing the objective and defending it than I do standing around it like a dingus. Anyway, that's more so of a complaint about the community. Other than that, other than that, Battlefront has been very good, and I think that I definitely have been sold on this. And I am very much looking forward to what we're going to get next. One friend even commented, this really isn't a beta. It's actually so solid with what it is right now, aside from the pistol. It's basically just advertising. And if you guys have the chance, pick it up. It's got one more day left, and then that's it. But either way, I think this is solid so far, and I'm not just saying that because it's Star Wars. I actually think it's a pretty solid setup. The maps are actually very well decent. The cycle rifle is one of my favorite aspects because it is a long-range rifle, but it cannot be overexploited, which is great. We'll have to see once they get in sniper rifles, which we still have to see about that. But other than that, I think the cycle rifle is great because it offers, if there will be sniper rifles, that will offer a very kind of a counterbalance to snipers. And just as long as they're able to put in decent collision barriers on up higher, and they don't make everything super high, we won't have Battlefield 4 camping sniper syndrome. So other than that, guys, I have to say that's all I've got to talk about. It's fun. It's really, really fun. And like I said, when I had that moment where I was Vader and I was totally killing shit, I basically was screaming. That was so intense, which is exactly what I wanted from this game. And as much as I actually thought the heroes were overpowered in Battlefront 2, they've definitely minimalized that issue. I think that it's a solid setup. So other than that, that's all from me, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, and hope that I put in some decent comments about it. And I'll see you guys when the game comes out.
Every tree